I had to get it back. Me and the phone. I had a button the other day that was black and white. Anyway, today I want to talk about boredom. What can I say? So many guys fight that, including myself. The difference is here in the Philippines is this, that if you're used to sitting and you get off work and you're going home and you eat your dinner and you just go sit down in a chair, Philippines is perfect. It is perfect. Just coming here and sitting in the chair, and it's relaxing. It gives you that freedom that you can do that and you don't have to worry about anything. It gives you the freedom that okay, I can go sit in a chair and it's okay. But if you have the attitude of, hey, I'm gonna stop down to the local store, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna go do over here and do this when you get off work, and I'm gonna go do that. Maybe I'll wash my car, or maybe I'll go over here. If you have that type of personality, you're gonna might have a hard time here. And the reason why that you will find yourself in that situation is because you it's exactly that lifestyle. The States offers a lot more opportunity for people to do things. And where they say, I don't have boredom here, I'm not bored here. Well, if you talk to the people, and I've talked to many, and I was going to do a video about it, but it actually shown more negativity, believe it or not, than I wanted to say on these people. And I didn't want to do that. I don't want to show negativity. I see guys on the videos, and it actually shows negative towards those guys, and I don't want to do that. So if you guys, I'm not show negative. I'm just show negative towards me. So, but if you find yourself in a situation like that, and the guy's telling me, well, I'm not bored. Well, what do you do during the day? What keeps you actively active? Well, I get up, I do my walking, I come back home, I eat a good breakfast, I have my coffee, then I just piddle on the computer. Okay? What do you do rest day? Well, and they're thinking, right? Well, we might go to the mall, we might go out to lunch, but we don't do that every day. So, what do you do? Well, I'll take an afternoon walk. So from, say, 10 in the morning when you get back from your walk and whatever, your breakfast, say 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, you do nothing. Well, we take naps. Oh, okay. So what else you do? Well, sometimes we'll go on a trip on the bike somewhere. Sometimes, well, it's not often. How often you go on the bike? Well, and they're thinking. They don't even know. So I'm saying is they're bored, but their activities are what they're used to doing in the States. You can see that. Talk to another guy, he says, man, I got to tell you something. I can't sit still. I'm on my bike. I'm going working out. I'm going down to the fitness center. Even though they have barbells in 1950 barbells, and it's not a reason a fitness center, I go there. Then I go get me a cup of coffee. Then I walk. Then I go back. I usually bring home lunch, and then I'm back out again. So you hear these guys. But after a while of doing those things, they're bored. And so me talking to a couple of guys online, and you know, and what do you guys do? What keeps you guys motivated? Well, and they're talking. Well, the church always has things. Okay, that's and then they're talking and they're thinking, well, we go here, and then we go to the mall, and then we go grocery shopping. Not every day, but so we started shopping every day for our food. It gives us something to do. Now, the difference there than someone being active, for an example, I talked to my brother yesterday. Here's his activity. He gets up, does his walk, comes back, has his breakfast. Then he goes down to the local store, buys groceries for lunch, whatever. Then he is active. He comes back, picks up the wife. Then they go do something. Now, what do? He has a farm. He keeps busy with that. They have a ranch. They keep busy with that, trying to keep the wild pigs off their ranch. They have things. So they go visit the family, right? So he's telling me things they did. They go to the park. Then they got plans of going on a trip, on a cruise. They got plans of doing this, and they got plans of doing that. So they're active. And talk with him, it got me thinking about it. There's here you I guess they have cruises. And yes, you can go on a ship, but you're going on a ship to a laid-back island that was an island that's laid back that you just were left. They got a beautiful beach here, and the island over there's got a beautiful beach. It's almost like the same beach that you were just on. It's you're on. It's they call that. I forget they would call that in Hawaii. What is that? They call that island fever. And that's what happens after a while. You're in the Philippines for 7, 8. Some guys here 20 years, no bother them. Now why? It's because they don't really do anything. What's their activities? Now you guys tell me. You can comments. Hey, I go here. I do this and I do this and I do this and I do this. Tell me what you do to keep yourself active. But I find there's no fitness center where we're at. So you need to go to a city, and you need to live in a city to have the activities. But then, on the other hand, you get into other situations also with traffic and getting point A to point B. And, some people are complaining the costs now, driving in a taxi. Some guys are saying this and that. So I'm seeing different trends, and I'm seeing the changes here in the Philippines for that. So the Philippines itself is trying to pick up its speed and get up to the standards that keep Westerners busy. But on the other hand, the Westerners themselves are just dependent on who you are. You got to keep active doing something. So what a lot of guys are doing, they're telling me if they have the funds, they go to Thailand, they go to Vietnam, they go to Bali, go Laos, or they'll travel to off-branch areas. One family went to Singapore, catched a ship out of there, are going all over the place and wherever, and they're doing things like that. So they're staying active that way. That's their activity. He said, just like us going to States, going to Bahamas and, St. Thomas and going out to Puerto Rico and going to Mexico and things like that. And a lot of guys are finding they don't have to come to the Philippines for that adventure. And a lot of guys have realized, I don't have to come to the Philippines for that adventure. I can have that same adventure here. I can go to the islands, Bahamas. The Bahamas is just as beautiful as the Philippines. But it's more costly in their eyes, which it is. It's, quadruple what it is, here. Of course, it's double. But there are guys saying they live cheaper here and there, but go different places. I think boredom is something that it depends on the person and type of personality you have. If you have an A or B or C personality, you need to stay active doing something. And so I find myself, including Ruth, finds herself, well, she has her plants, she does this, her turkeys, she does this, she does this, she does this. Even herself finds herself bored. Her sisters are the same way. They're just itching. And, a lot of Filipino are itching for something to do because they don't want to be. If you've been an OFW for many years and you've been out and working every day, 6 days a week, solid, and you've been doing it for years, and you come here, and after a while, it's like living in the States and coming here. You find yourself bored because you're active, you're doing something, you get up, you have to clean, you have to work, you have to do this, you have to go to market, you come back, and then they have Ramadan, they have this going on, you got to make all the food, and then they have this going on at a festival. So there's always activity. And I see a lot of like Mars, where a friend of ours, Filipina, she's back here. She's got she's doing this, she's doing that, because they're OFW for years. Same as Americans. If an American has a job and they're sitting there, maybe office work or things like that, and never really active on the job and never really active in life, Philippines is great because that's what it is here. It's island. It's that island laid back in a hammock and enjoy the beach and the water, which is fantastic for millions and millions of people. But if you're a personality like me, that, okay, I've been to that beach, let's go to another one. Let's see another one. And once it's done, we'll go tomorrow, let's go to a different place. Oh, let's stay here 5 days because I like it. That's the type of personality I am. I'm spontaneous. Oh, let's not do this one. Let's go over here because this area's not so good. And Ruth and R, they just hold on to my shirt tail and I go different areas. In the States, I'm like that also. I park my RV and said, okay, I'm fishing out the back of the RV and beautiful. The beach is there and everything else. Wake up next day, okay, let's go see the sunset on the other side of the ocean, on the other side of the coast, and see the sunset. Saw the sunrise, the sunset. So grab the RV, go across the state, and watch the sunset. Stay there a couple, 2-3 days. Oh, I like it better here. Stay here a week, and I would do that. But here, I want to tell the guys, before you make any rash decisions and doing things, you may find yourself as bored. Come here and stay for 6, 8, 9, 10 months, and then figure out what you're going to do. Because then it gives you availability. Oh, okay, I can keep busy doing this. I got my hobbies. Well, what kind of hobbies? What kind of hobbies? Working, making crafts, making wood, desks and chairs. Well, you know what? After a while, that only goes so far because it rains every day and there's a lot lot of things. And the wood quality is not good. You're not going to find a good 2x4 here or even good plywood. You may have some termites in that bad boy. God bless everybody, and I'll see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.